Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Ask Jesse Answer time. Let's get to the questions. First one comes to us from, and I apologize if I mispronounce your name, but it's Silva Pajic, and she asks, what to do when my partner has no understanding of my wishes and interests? I'm married 11 years. So to me, this sounds like there has been a breakdown in communication between you two, and I wouldn't say it's necessarily him not understanding your wishes and interests, but it might be that you're not communicating to him what your wishes and interests are in the way you did when you guys first started dating. And this is totally common for couples. When they get together and they're together for so long, it's very easy for couples to fall into patterns, and we just start to assume things. We assume that our partner is going to understand every thought we think. We assume our partner is going to feel every feeling we feel. We assume our partner is going to anticipate every move we make. Because once upon a time, it seemed like that's the way it was when it was back in the romantic honeymoon stage, right? But it doesn't work this way. Your partner is a human, you're a human, and just the same as you have confusion, he's likely got confusion too. So my challenge to you would be this, is rather than focus on his inability to communicate and understand you, try to focus on what you need to focus on to get him to understand you. I imagine that if you guys have been together for 11 years, that it's been likely that at some point you guys were able to communicate rather effectively, right? Likely that communication is what brought you two together. So if you were able to do it before, that means you guys have the capability to do it again. It's just that it's gotten lost in the hustle and bustle and the shuffle of life. So you need to back it up, and instead of focusing on what's not working, focus on what used to work to bring you guys together. And if you start doing that, if you start to rewind the clock a little bit and look at what was really effective for you, I promise you this, that you'll be able to find a ground that you can start communicating. And I don't know if I necessarily recommend going right for your deepest, darkest wishes or anything like that. Start with something small, something basic, something that maybe the two of you used to share, you guys used to enjoy together, and rekindle the communication in that. Once you've done that, and once you've really established strong communication in that, then elevate it up to the next level. Great question. Number 2 comes to us from Rochelle Dugaway. You guys, I'm really sorry I mispronounced your names. Try saying Brisendine 5 times fast. I cannot tell you how many times in my lifetime people have mispronounced that. Brisendine, and I hear Brisendine, So I feel like I at least get some sort of pass in mispronouncing names, because I sure as heck have had mine mispronounced more than once. Okay? And she asks, I'm starting a new gym on Monday, and I used to love weights, but I had a bad experience with a trainer who was constantly on her cell phone and not watching my progress. I hurt my back because of too much weight. Since then, I'm a little scared of weight training. Do you have tips to choose a good trainer? Thanks. Okay, this is an awesome question, and I'm really happy you asked this, because I'll tell you this, I have pretty much spent the better part of my adult life in a gym in some capacity. It's kind of like my second home for, however many years. And I will tell you this, my biggest pet peeve of all my pet peeves that come from gyms, and there are a few, is to see a personal trainer on their phone while they're working with a client. You have a client who is coming and paying money to have a trainer's undivided attention, and yet this person cannot stop doing this while they're sitting there. And this is, I've seen this, you guys, God, I've seen this so many times. Good job. Good, 5 more. That's great. Oh yeah, it looks really good. But it hurts? I'll keep going. And I don't want to hate on trainers, because that's where I've come from, right? I do this because if a trainer is watching this, I want to challenge them to not be this person. And for those of you who are looking for trainers, do not go to this guy or this girl. Because this person is, what they're telling me and they're telling you is that they're not fully committed to what's going on there. You are paying that person to have their undivided attention at that time, and they clearly do not value you enough or their own business to get off their phone for a few minutes and focus on you. It's 45 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour of their life, and they can't put it away to focus on you. That is not somebody you want to work with. That's a huge red flag right there. So tips to look for a good trainer. What you want to look for is, first of all, ask your friends or family if they're working for somebody. Go and hang out at the gym. One of the best spots to watch for trainers is if you have a gym where the cardio equipment is set up in kind of a central area and you can oversee it. Look for the trainer who is laughing with their client. Look for the trainer whose eyes never leave the client. Some trainers, I'll see them and they wear these really short shirts like this and they're constantly going like this in the mirror. And I see them going like this. I cannot tell you how many times trainers have done that. I'll see trainers show up in tank tops. If a trainer is wearing a tank top, that is not somebody you want to go with. Because this is it's supposed to be some sort of professional environment. And I'll tell you this, trainers as a species, we're fairly full of ourselves. Okay? And that's not to say it's a bad thing. We've worked hard to get the bodies we have. And, you know, if a trainer wants to check themselves out, hey, go for it. They totally have earned it. But the time to check themselves out is not when they're in a session with somebody. So if somebody's got a short sleeve shirt on, a tank top on, that's not somebody who's going to be fully focused on you. I guarantee you, you're going to catch them flexing a tricep pose in the mirror once or twice, maybe more. So somebody who's not wearing a tank top. Somebody who their eyes never leave their client, and not only that, but their client is having fun. It's not somebody who's just standing over there and barking orders like this, but somebody who's laughing with their client. They look like they're telling stories. Energetically, you see them go through different ranges. They're happy, they're excited, they're intense, they're mellowed out, they're fun, they're all these things. Because that's a trainer who's fully engaged in their client, fully present, fully there with their client, and they're willing to go through the emotions. They're up and down with their client, which is what they should be. So those are some tips I'd have to look for a trainer. Okay, some ones not to look for, and some ones to really focus on. I promise you, if you do that, you're going to be able to find an amazing trainer, one that's going to be able to pick a weight that's right for you, one that's going to be able to keep you safe, and one that's going to put you in a position that's only going to help you and never, ever, ever hurt you. Okay? You guys, awesome questions this week. Thanks so much for asking. If you guys like these, please, please, please click the like button below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment. All those things help me learn, help me get my message out. Please share this video, and next week we'll have some more questions. I hope you guys participate. Every Friday at 8 a.m. I post it on the 1 Year 1000 Challenge page, so look for it there. It's going to be the Ask Jesse post, your opportunity to ask me questions, and I'll give you some answers. I'll talk to you all then.